the idea that a person has full jurisdiction over their life, over their body, unfortunately has been rare in the history of this world. And the reason why it's been rare is because there have been those that have wanted to control man from the very beginning, from the beginning of written history and beyond. There's always those that want to, in any society, in any combination of people, if you will, that have always tried to control other people. And I refuse to live that way. I was born, I only have one life. I have one life, and I am going to live that life free. I am not going to live it under the control of another person. And who gave that person authority? Nobody did. He was born just like he puts on his pants just like me. Well, maybe not in the Middle East or something. Maybe they put on their pants different, or their skirts, or whatever you want. But either way, he is just a man, just like me. And why does anybody else think that they have a right to control my life or anybody else's life? It's just contrary to the way that it's supposed to be. And my life is equal to anybody else's life. And I would be in the wrong if I try to control somebody else. So, I mean, to me, that's what it comes down to. It comes down to that right to rule your own life. And I believe that that is the battle that we are fighting right now, to the point where, we're now saying we're actually fighting to go outside. Literally, I mean, you've got Australians and Canadians that are being beat to the ground, that are having riot police come and attack them for stepping outside on the streets. Never has there been anything like that in history. Yet a lot of people are accepting it as for safety. And so I could go into a great detail about that, but we simply, as people, we can't live and do the things we need to do in our life, including pursuing happiness, owning property, and preserving our lives, if we have other people trying to control it. And so I know I won't live that way. And I could go into some of the ideological things that are happening, which is really more like a theological movement. It's not even an ideological movement, it's a theological movement. And compare it to things that have happened in the past, where you've got, for examples like the kings. They're saying, that the priests will say that the kings were divinely appointed. And so therefore, if you disobey them, you're disobeying God. And then the kings in return would declare that a certain priest or a certain church was the state church. And we start to see these patterns of things with what are happening now, and we compare them to what has happened in the past. It's just the same thing over and over again.
Head on over to GoldSilverBitcoin.com for more content like this, as well as long-form written articles about precious metals, Bitcoin, and other topics. Also, check out our shop where you can get precious metals, storable foods, and all sorts of other cool survival and prep gear as well.